Hey guys, welcome back. Maris here, and today we have. Yes, I'm still having E3, like it or not. But this time I will give you all the information you need to know. You will make decision on your own. If is it true, is it not, what you think about it. But basically, why E3 2021 is a total disaster. Shitstorm, I would like to say. And that revolves around few things. Don't get me wrong, awesome trailers, awesome showcases, our beloved developers and everything, but let's go straight to the point. I'll give you facts. I'm not even drawing conclusions. Well, at the end I will a little bit, and then I will discuss and give my opinion. But so far, let's jump right to the point, and I need to get rid of the image, and this is where it starts. Let's narrow down what we will be talking about. So, absolutely nothing against these ladies. Most likely they are successful and awesome, and I don't know them personally, but accidentally, well, I need this timeline. Pay attention what time it is. This is day 3. You can read the title. Come on, you can read. This is E3 Expo, day 3, and particularly when this all day event went from the beginning and end. This is 5 hours and 46 minutes in ongoing. All right, this is why this is captured. This is nothing to do about these ladies. This is the time. Why? Because we will jump a little bit further, and before we do that, please pay attention another thing. Check the like and dislike ratio on YouTube, okay? It's just 2.5k and 2.5k. It's absolutely balanced as all the things should be, right? Let me introduce you something that's called history, and this is actually happy accident. Before that, I need to open, no highlights. I need to bring my cat out here. Why? Because I'm switching to next screen, and yes, at the top of my that you can see, you can read the names, but I need to cover all my friends and chat, so because of the reasons, right? So this is gaming chat, basically me and my friends, and well, not all of us are friends, but anyways, this is gaming chat. So again, some screenshots, some memes. You can see this is why I'm bringing this up. Yes, I dropped the screen basically asking how on earth this should be expo, but now there are 8 people about half an hour talking about stuff like I was like, come on, man, we came for trailers. And at that time, this is actually a little bit earlier, this is where the interesting thing started, and that's how I captured it, by the screens throwing to my friends. So when I captured this, I was like, first question comes from here. This is earlier, I can calculate, it's 2 hours when the stream went on, 30 minutes it was countdown timer, so about 2.5 hours in the whole stream. And I've noticed some interesting thing. 1.5 thousand likes and 1.1 dislikes. A little bit more likes, but approximately around the middle. And my question was, this bar below, it kind of represents normally the like and dislike ratio. Why the hell it represents like everyone likes this, which is not clearly true, because, this is where this thing started to go sideways. That was just, I didn't know how far it will go. Alright, let's skip forward. I'm showing this on live WhatsApp, so there's no fabricated nothing. Well, of course I can fabricate, but I'm not doing that here. So, this is the first screenshot, and then later on, I captured this one, which basically, this is why we are here. This is on Monday, this is, well, not yesterday. I'm filming this on Wednesday, because it's Wednesday, my dudes. I was like, this is the moment you saw previously, remember the first tab, right? When we are in 5 hours and, 46 seconds, 46 minutes. This is the exact time when I captured this screenshot. And this screenshot already revealed. I was like talking to my guys and like, guys, because I was the only one going through the pain what was going on the screen, and like, you see this like and dislike ratio, how it went from mostly positive, and now bar is correct. So I guess at the beginning, it's I don't know what the hell YouTube does, but here we clearly see that most of viewers did not like what happened on day 3 Expo 3. So far so clear, everyone's like, yeah, oh, Morris, we know that. Just wait a second. You already know. Some of you who know things are like, there's something odd going on. And yes, the thing is, pay attention, this is on Monday. Then day later, I just came and again made the videos and everything. And then I step upon again, and this is again me capturing and sending yet days before ratings, and then days after. And my main question is, guys, do you really think that someone went 300? It's not that much, but bear with me. 300 people sat down, decided, you know what? At first I disliked, but now I'm not even going to remove my vote, but I will even like it, which might happen. I'm just stating the facts that on day of filming, when the stream was even not over yet, and it's went sideways, there was a lot of dislikes. And yes, of course, you can see my vote is, again. Also, I didn't like what I saw there. And then day later, I see absolutely different picture. And if we switch back to today's, we still see like half and a half and nothing. And my main question is basically, how on earth it went from there to maybe there is nothing to do and no one rigged nothing, because you know in history there's never ever rigged ratings, right? No one does that. And of course I will show you, went one step further. Let me show you 4 little numbers, and that's all you need to understand. 4.7, this is the sum, how many people voted like liked or disliked, right? That's the voting. When I captured the amazing dislike ratio moment, there was 2,000 likes and 2.7 dislikes. So right, that's first number. Then second, this number is how long we were in the stream on day 3. 5 hours 46 minutes turned into just minutes. This is how many minutes passed by when people could vote, and they voted 4,007 people only. And this another number is total length, right? This is important because there was huge chunk, like 2 and some minutes, hours more, when the stream went on and on about the same thing, and people kept disliking. Just my observation. So then this just brings, let me remove the Kato for a moment. This is a pure formula, just calculating basic math. So if the people liking, disliking were equally split on whole stream, by my calculations, it should approximately land on 7,000 votes. Likes, dislikes, both combined. And yeah, do I need to remind you? I need to bring back Kato and bring back. Next day it was only 4.8 thousand. So I'm just saying. So far everything was pure fact. I had a huge screenshot with huge dislikes. Next day the dislikes are gone and it's equal. And not even now, and it's not even equal, it's like lower than expected by calculations and everything. So of course, I'm not saying someone did something bad, but I'm just luckily captured this weird not consequence, but coincident. I can't even speak. I'm speechless. So this is why and how all 3 E3 went sideways a lot, and you might be thinking, but why? And honestly, I will point here. I will point here. Why? Because at this presentation, when 2K Interactive went live, there was a lot of panels and people talking about stuff and things. People, you can check the live stream. They deleted all the mean and disrespectful comments, but you can find still traces about people whining like, come on, are you serious? Like, there was so much dislike. I can't. And yeah, the truth, comments were deleted. Dislike ratio somehow mysteriously disappeared. Why? The main question is why? And let me switch to the last part. So far, guys, this is basically main theme is over, but I was so pissed off about it because I watched whole videos and I'm cutting this to post the trailers and everything. And when I have to sit through 4 or 5 panels where people for half an hour are talking stuff, yes, I'm getting angry. Not only because of that, because I saw all the audience. Remember the dislike ratio, which was actually captured, how it went? Most of the people disliked what the hell is going on. These 2000 were already before they started, so it went sideways. No one liked it. And what was the problem? The problem was day 3, Expo 3 decided to tackle the same ongoing, basically mainstream, because they can't. Everyone has to do what everyone does, basically. That's how these days are. Someone does something, everyone has to do it. That's basic coverage. But the problem, ladies and gentlemen, is they attacked. Basically, they are attacking. They're aiming and going for and in gaming industry, and that's something that a lot of people hold dear, and they don't like when someone messes around. So let me give you just my input in this discussion. The main idea is not bad. The main idea is we need more diversity, and the idea is simple. Whenever there's a creational process, the more diverse people, and I mean by diverse, even if someone likes white color and another likes black color, if one guy is just having all the power or dictating, then all the games would be too black or too white. But if you have more people, more opinions, then there more things are basically crazy. Okay, that's a simple understanding. So that far, everyone agrees. There's never ever a doubt about that. But that third day, and actually these ladies are talking about as well, and they sharing experience, how diversity is needed and how they lack of it in the workplaces and in their experience and everything. And I'm sitting and I'm like, yeah, I need to be really careful, because this is not an easy issue, if there is an issue, because there are bad things happening and there are bad people out there and there are bad management, and I'm not going to deny that. I'm one of the guys who's always calling out when something is just starting to get rotten, okay? But here we need to talk about something else, basically. The men in gaming and how their lack of women and everything. And I'm listening through that and I'm asking one single question. Where on earth and in history there was a time, and let me point out, they are talking about women developers, women in gaming production industry, and gamers, women. And I'm like, where in history was a time when girl or lady or whatever age she is went in, I don't know, game store shop or to purchase cartridges or PlayStation or play something, and they said like, no, you're a woman, you don't play with us. It's literally the whole time, especially when we are talking about gamers, it's opposite. Whenever you see a team, a game, a community, a something, and then it pops out the one is lady, everyone's like, damn, nice, it's super awesome. We didn't know the girls play. More power to you. You are absolutely amazing. Why I know this? Sorry, sis, but I'm bringing this up because I have a sister, and she played Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike when it was Source, there was not Counter-Strike Go. She played and she nailed and she killed guys, and guys were basically, they died and like, yeah, but Mari's sister killed me, so nice. It was absolutely everything opposite how this Expo 3 went, because all they're talking like, no, there's lack of women, we need to push them more and support them. Of course, support, that's always crucial, but and then that's when I get a little bit angry. Why? Because I've been gamer and gaming a long time, and in all that time there was never ever something that's held back girls playing games, getting into computer stuff, learning to program. There was never ever, not even close, a blocker in their life. There was just one thing that mainly why there is not enough women. They're not interested in this stuff in whole life. No one cares about sitting through whole night trying to stay awake and playing World of Warcraft raids with 6 hours and wiping and everyone, not everyone, but Guildmaster is screaming because some noob, that was me actually, sometimes didn't know the tactics, and it was painful, soul crushing and hard stuff. And especially when the beginning of gaming, when there was no online. Yes, sit down, children, I will tell you about the time when there was no internet. So whenever there was a new game out, I remember, for example, Beast and Pumpkins, one of the awesome games. If you didn't know how to make something, get a level or something, there was no magic place how it is now. For example, my channel, where you can type down how to, and there are like 5 articles and precise descriptions how to unlock, achieve, find something. The gaming in that time was hard. It was challenging and it was not easy, and not because of the gender, but because that's how gaming started. And when it was not so easily and convenient for everyone, people just didn't do it. A lot of my male friends are not in too much gaming mostly because they don't have so much time to waste, which is again a problem, because if you don't have so much time to waste for whatever reason, time, inconvenience, expensive, building computer 20 years ago wasn't that easy how it is now, purchasing and upgrading all that stuff, it was and it is kinda hard. Now these days, when everything is simple and easy, everyone chimes in like, I want my share, there's too much of you. I'm like, that I'm coming from 20 years of pain and experience through all this, and I've been here whole time, and now you are coming in and saying, you need other people. I'm like, yes, please come in. Everyone is welcome. No matter what nationality, what gender, the hell you can even bark, I don't care. If you want to play, come and play. If you want to develop a game, go and develop a game. No one is holding you back. Never it was an issue. It was never an issue, and it is still never an issue. But then they look at the numbers. Wow. Out of, I don't know, I'm just making it up, I don't know the statistics. Out of 10 gamers, 8 of them are men, male dominant. It's so bad. Do you even look at the core issue? How girls went any other way but the gaming. And of course, I need to point out one more thing about the programmers and stuff. So then there is, of course, also, let's say, a shared blame with guys. I'll picture you the idea. Because I went also for a year, I guess, doesn't count, in programming university. So basically, yes, that every single one of the guy students are programmers. They are male, because half of them are already 15 years programming since childhood, because they like the stuff, right? And no woman. Why? Because you need to know math, you need to know algebra, you need to know, basically you need a lot of, in my opinion, people need to know a lot of things, and it's not easy. Easier is to go and study, I don't know, culture, history. I'm not saying it's, for them it's easier, for me it would be painful. I like math. So, back to the issue. So, the thing is simple. If in one place there is no diversity, for example, all of guys studying computer science, IT basically, programmers, and there is no woman in there, right? They are socially distant, they are programmers, long hair, some of them smelly, and all bad things because they don't know how to behave, basically, right? So that is one problem. Then there is no woman in there. Then one woman decides, I want to be a programmer, and she joins, and then all the guys basically lose their mind. All of them are, I don't know, acting crazy because half of them never seen women in life, and and that makes that girl uncomfortable. I'm just picturing the idea. That makes that girl leave, for example. Then the guys are again go on. So basically, this is a chicken and egg problem. You can't solve one thing with another. Basically, yes, programmers are specific people. Most of them, their minds work a little bit different. I'm not saying not bad, nothing, just different, because everyone is different. And the thing is, that's because they are a little bit different. And especially nowadays, when social awkwardness and all this distancing and I don't know how to talk to people, and when nowadays when people see their phone rings, they basically jump out of the window because they are just social anxiety and all that stuff, right? And that's basically that you are describing the guy programmer community. So it is awkward, and that's why no girl wants to be in there. They avoid that guys. All the girls want to big muscular sportsmanship guys playing football and stuff and everything, and that's their jam. They avoided nerds, and they avoided so much that now when gaming, especially this pandemic, is now popular among everyone. Expo Day 3, they chime in like, yeah, you need diversity, hire half of your employees girls. I'm like, sure, do you have expertise, do you know anything about? No, but we are women. Like, yeah, go the same path, choose and be a programmer. And the funny thing, it's not like I'm saying some gibber jabber, well, sometimes I am, but AMD, one of the manufacturers, you know who leads all the company? Everyone is excited to see Lisa coming up on the stage and showing high tech. She is in there. You know who is leading YouTube? The same YouTube that changes the ratings? If I remember correctly, lady is leading that. So there are girls in tech. And it's not like we need more diversity. It's basically the problem. The problem is ladies and girls don't care and were never ever into gaming. So why on earth you are being pushy? If you want to blame anyone about not being enough girls in gaming community, in development, in producing, in gaming, blame yourself. Find all the girls and ask one-to-one, why the hell you care about Instagramming, traveling around the world, taking pictures and making some stupid filters on them and then posting online, making your life look beautiful when you're desperate. Why they care about that, not about gaming? That's basically your core issue is in between you. And that's basically how and why that whole day 3, panel by panel, they push diversity and how gaming community lack of women and they lack of support. Lack of support. Where on earth you were on 1999 when every single game was single player and you purchased basically a CD, put in there, and then game pops up. For me, everything is in English. That's not my native language. Basically, you sit down with dictionary and read Quest to understand the keywords you are still missing because you're learning language. And I'm shitting you not. I can show you the dictionary, the same dictionary. It's all basically without covers and everything because it was used so much. Because we didn't know the language. Where were you then? Oh, tough shit. Because sitting and reading and translating the game you don't know how to play, what's written, what the quest wants you from, what will happen, how it goes, mechanics and everything was just starting to develop in gaming. Where were you then? Why didn't you chime in asking like, we want to be part of this too? You are always welcome here. But don't bring this bullshit to us that somehow, somewhere there is a blocker. If you are not interested in gaming, that's not our problem. And there is not a share of gaming industry that somehow now mysteriously belongs to you. Come and take it. It's free. It's up for free. It's everything around it. And honestly, I will just bring in a little bit salt more in the wound. You know, the Twitch, which used to be for gaming, for streaming, for games, for skill. Girls found out that actually if you're there almost topless and half naked, you have a lot of views and you have a lot of money. And you know what? You took that part just like that. Where is diversity there? Where I can get a support as a male streamer that is there for skill and gaming and not showing my boobs. Support me please, because currently every single male Twitch streamer is suffering because we are being just rubbed on daylight. Because there's nothing about the gaming anymore in the Twitch. There's everything about how naked you can get and bounce around your boobs for male pleasure. And of course, the simps are to blame as well. Guys who support all that stuff. So, and I will conclude this with if there's anyone still watching and if there is YouTube hasn't blocked and erased the video already, because yes, I'm targeting also a little bit on YouTube. I want to switch over to one last part. This is one of my actually dreams would be sometime in my life meet this legendary guy. Those who don't know, he's a doctor, he's a professor, he's a basically educator, a speaker. If you don't know, then I can drop, of course I will drop the link as well. But the thing is, he's talking about many topics. He's teaching students and everything. I think I watched every single episode and lecture. He's just lecturing. He's not aiming at anyone. And the best thing about this guy is he's not, I would say he's not gentle. He's honest. If there's a topic and he doesn't care what kind of gender or what's your goal or what side you are on, he tells how he sees, how his experience, how his experiments, how how things are, like it or not, doesn't matter, and that's how it goes. And let me play a little bit. I need to turn down the music. That I'm not going to play whole. Basically, there are two or 3 minutes, because it is exactly from this dialogue, from this conversation. He's talking exactly aimed at E3. Let me turn down. All right. So everything up. I will shut up and let the guy speak, all right?
Of the patriarchy, that's for sure.
I mean, that's my idea of the patriarchy, which is a system of male dominance of society.
Yeah, but that's not my sense of the patriarchy.
So what's yours?
So yeah, they are talking about male dominance. Basically, what was the problem issue in E3 third day. And I turned on the, how it's called, subtitles, because he speaks in really educational and high level language. Those who are not native speakers, I basically had to translate first of his discussions as well. So this is just easier for you to understand and for me as well. So,
well, in what sense is our society male dominated?
The fact that the vast majority of wealth is owned by men, the vast majority of capital is owned by men. Women do more unpaid labour.
Very tiny proportion of men, and a huge proportion of people who are seriously disaffected are men. Most people in prison are men. Most people who are on the street are men. Most victims of violent crime are men. Most people who commit suicide are men. Most people who die in wars are men. People who do worse in school are men. It's like, where's the dominance here precisely? What you're doing is you're taking a tiny substrata of hyper-successful men and using that to represent the entire structure of Western society. There's nothing about that that's vaguely appropriate.
yeah, and I needed to mute my microphone. Actually, I can probably solve it. Anyways, so they are talking about general, but the idea that it's male dominance, but we are not in the best part yet. They are just arguing, is it male dominance, is it not? And he's just pointing out that no, clearly it's not. If you narrow down and pick something and say, yeah, but there's, well, all the wealth belongs mostly to men. Yeah, that's just one of these characters. But this is where the best part kicks in. I need to fast forward. I skipped. They are talking about. You can see the whole video. I think otherwise YouTube will censor this and put me on ban. But let me show the moments later.
That Western culture is a male-dominated patriarchy. The fact that there are asymmetries has nothing to do with your basic argument.
No, but you might equally...
This is a trope that people just accept. Western society is a male-dominated patriarchy. It's like, no, it's not. That's not true. And even if it has a patriarchal structure to some degree, the fundamental basis of that structure is not power, it's competence.
So this is one thing that he points out, that they have example. The whole discussion is 1 hour and everything. You can check out the full, but the more idea that, let me just put together what I told before, right? So there was in day 2, I believe, or day 2, presentation about the new console, right? Where the guy comes up and actually enjoyed that presentation, and he came up and he said, yeah, I'm a gamer 40 years, and I will leave Jordan be Peterson because he's a nice guy. So the guy, there was a conference, and he says, like, yeah, he holds he's the guy with the most involved in gaming in the whole world. He has a world record about it. I'm talking about that presentation. So now let me ask you this. If you are going to make a game and there is a dude and dudes, a lot of guys, like real men who are in gaming, in developing, in programming for 40 years and being developed games and absolute legendary titles and everything, right? That's basically what Peterson said. Competence, right? Let's put all guys there. And then there are ladies, literal ladies, despite there are few that are really programming and everything, but basically these social justice warriors that in the last year realized, whoa, in gaming there's a lot of money. Oh, programmers earn so much. Whoa, there's not enough diversity. Let's get our share. Yeah, are you a programmer? Do you have 40-year experience? I'm interested. How many 40-year gaming development experience ladies you can find in the world, and how much guys you will find? That's basically the answer will be about the competence, and there's nothing to do about the gender. It's just about interest, about pursuing their goal, gaming and developing and creating something awesome, and now just demanding, because you know what, you need more diversity. I'm like, yeah, bring in all the 40-year game developer experience ladies, and there will come out absolutely stunning game. Wait, what? I can't hear you. There is none? Yes, there is none. Because only when it's easy, convenient, and gaming is accessible to every freaking one, now suddenly everyone is interested in this for whatever reason, because you need more diversity. No, we need competence. We need competent people. We need competent developers. We need competent designers, programmers, developers, stuff and everything. And when you put competence on paper, let's put some at the beginning on the paper, you will see some not so charming numbers and statistics about why there are not enough diversity in gaming community. And there is nothing to do about, yes, there is no such thing as male patriarchy. It's just an idea somehow to fight the keyboard warriors and seek something that somehow they decide that they have a right to have a piece of pie they were never interested before. All right, you get the idea. You get the numbers. I've shared the idea. The ratings you can see yourself. Sorry for the flickering. The camera is shit. Yeah, I don't know where the dislikes went. The people were really angry, and I'm really angry about what they are trying to achieve. They're just sabotaging and artificially implementing different people, because you know you need different people. I need competent people. I don't care. Bring every kind, every culture, every citizenship, every color, every language, every whatever. For example, I would love to see and I don't know, every single cultural programmer, because at the end you need professionals. And then suddenly, no. All right, enough of this. This is really enough. And the third E3 was absolute shitstorm. Sorry for everyone who had to attend in that day. I don't think it was aligned with them. Basically had a spot. Day 1, day 2 for big stars. Day 3, this is your spot. And then before and after put something like this where people are disliking that video and just storming the chat, because stop it. Stop it. Stop this absolute nonsense. And yes, ladies are also saying goodbye, and I'm saying goodbye. Thank you guys. We'll meet in hopefully a little bit brighter video. Cheers.